It all began on Emily's 25th birthday, a bright morning filled with laughter, gifts, and balloons. Among the many presents sat a small black velvet box wrapped in golden ribbon. It had no tag. No one knew who sent it. Curious, Emily opened it to find a sparkling diamond pendant glowing faintly. Everyone gasped. It looked expensive beyond imagination. But the moment she touched it, a cold chill ran down her spine. She laughed nervously, unaware this gift would soon destroy everything she loved. Later that evening, as Emily walked home from the cafe, an old man appeared out of the shadows. His eyes were glassy, his voice trembling. "Don't wear the pendant," he warned.
Don't wear it.
"It's cursed. It feeds on greed." Emily froze. "Who are you?" she asked, but the man disappeared before she could finish. She looked at the pendant again, so beautiful, so hypnotic. Cursed, she thought, laughing it off. Probably just some crazy man. That night, she put it on. The next morning, Emily woke to find her dull wooden mirror transformed. Its frame glistened with gold. She blinked in disbelief. "How?" she whispered. Wherever she went, ordinary objects shimmered into something valuable. Her cup turned to silver, her shoes to silk. At first, she was shocked, then delighted. "I'm lucky," she thought. "This pendant must be magical." She smiled at her reflection, eyes gleaming with excitement, unaware the curse had begun to take hold. Soon, Emily's small apartment filled with treasures. Jewelry, gold coins, and designer clothes appeared overnight. She quit her job, bought a luxury car, and began living like royalty. Her friends warned her it felt unnatural, but she ignored them. "You're just jealous," she snapped. Every wish she made came true, but with each desire, the light in her pendant grew darker, and so did her heart.
"It's a trap! Get out!"
One night, Emily dreamt of the old man again. He stood in a burning room whispering, "Return what isn't yours, or the pendant will take more than you own." When she woke, her body felt heavy, her reflection pale. But when she saw her mansion filled with treasures, she brushed it off. "Dreams are just dreams," she said. Outside, a dark shadow moved across her walls, watching her. Days later, Emily noticed something terrifying. Her reflection began to fade. Each time she looked into a mirror, her face became less clear, her smile less human. She tried to remove the pendant, but it burned her skin. "It won't come off," she screamed. She realized then the pendant wasn't granting her wealth. It was stealing her soul. Emily ran to her best friend Sarah, desperate for help. But when Sarah saw the pendant, her eyes widened in horror. "Emily, this is the same pendant my grandmother warned me about. A cursed heirloom. It destroys those who crave too much." Emily laughed bitterly. "I'm not cursed. I'm blessed." But as she spoke, Sarah's plants withered, and the air grew cold. Sarah stepped back. "You need to destroy it before it's too late." Searching for answers, Emily dug through the box it came in and found an old folded note beneath the silk. This pendant once belonged to Lady Morgana, a woman who turned her greed into a curse. It grants wealth but devours the wearer's soul. Her hands shook. Everything the old man said was true, but greed had already rooted deep in her heart. "Maybe I can control it," she whispered. Emily tried to give away her riches, but no one could touch them. The gold turned to dust in other people's hands. Her mansion began to decay, the walls cracking like dry skin. The beauty she once admired now rotted before her eyes. She cried, clutching the pendant, "Please stop. I don't want it anymore." But it only glowed brighter, feeding off her fear. That night, lightning struck her window, and the old man appeared again, this time inside her house. "I warned you," he said softly. "The pendant doesn't choose kindness, it chooses hunger." Emily fell to her knees. "Tell me how to break it," she pleaded. He handed her a black candle. You must give away your last treasure willingly. Only then will it release you." Emily thought for hours. She had lost everything except her pendant and one thing she still loved, her younger sister, Lily. She found Lily sleeping, placed the pendant beside her, whispering, "You're all I have left. Forgive me." But as soon as she let go, the pendant vanished into thin air and Emily collapsed. The house was empty except for a single golden feather on the floor. Years later, Lily grew up and often felt a strange warmth around her neck whenever she wore jewelry. One night, she heard a soft whisper in her dreams, Emily's voice saying, "They don't desire too much, or the curse will awaken again." She woke trembling and promised to live a simple, honest life. But the world is full of temptation. One stormy night, a delivery boy knocked on Lily's door, handing her a small black velvet box. No sender's name. Her hands shook as she unwrapped it. Inside lay the same diamond pendant, shining, alive, waiting. Lily stared at it for hours. She could feel its power calling her, whispering promises of luxury and fame. But she remembered Emily's warning. With trembling hands, she took the pendant to the forest and buried it deep under an old oak tree. As she covered it with soil, she whispered, "Some gifts are meant to be left unopened." Years passed, and Lily lived peacefully. The world forgot the cursed pendant, but legends say it still waits, listening for another greedy heart. The moral of Emily's tragedy spread through generations. True wealth isn't what you hold in your hands, it's what you hold in your heart. And somewhere beneath the earth, the pendant's faint light still glows, waiting